This conference will now be recorded.
Timing over here, it sucks. It's 4:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Oh, semis. Oh, then we are on the verge of completing.
Yeah. We play tomorrow.
With whom?
New Zealand.
Okay. And I think England also is doing good, I think.
Yeah, they play the next day, England, Australia.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Where is it, Deepak?
Hey, hello. Hi, Deepak. Long time no see, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So we'll
long time. Nobody knows the.
Yeah. Even I was always in touch with the team, and then they always say that, okay, hang on. So I thought, okay, fine. So yesterday I received a call and said that we're restarting the session. So I said, okay, fine. And they sent me an email and asked me to join. Yeah, anyway, let's start. If Amul joins, I'll let him join in between. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining the session. So, we are in the demand planning process. So, we have successfully completed the configuration side of the IVP. And we have spent a great deal of time on configuring all bits and pieces of a planning area. Started from copying an existing standard planning area, uh, and then we started tweaking that planning area. We added the attributes that we want. We created the custom master data. We loaded the data into it. We created custom key figures that gets planned on those custom master data, and we wrote complex calculations. We have seen the results. The scenario that we took is a maintenance planning activity. That was a custom thing that we can we can achieve. So once we know the process, once we know what exactly we have to plan, and we can do a reverse engineering kind of a thing, and we can come up with the set of master data that we need, and what all attributes that we need, and etc. So we created some master data like maintenance job, and it will have a few attributes like maintenance job ID and maintenance type, maintenance technician, etc. And we also created some compound master data with maintenance activity. We've tagged to a particular resource, and also the duration of that maintenance activity on that resource, etc. So then we also created them as an attribute, as a key figure, so that I can take that decimal value, the duration of that maintenance activity, and then I can use it in my calculation purposes. So we have done all that, and again in the key figures there are a lot of other functionalities um, like what I mean. We have seen alert key figures, we have seen a snapshot key figure, we have seen a helper key figure, We have seen attribute as key figure, and again inside the key figure we have seen these functionalities, that how the disaggregation happens, how the aggregation will happen, and the ease of writing a key figure calculation. Uh, the like through the web interface, how we can write. It's more like, you are achieving the macros that you write in APO, in the APO world. So, and yeah, there are other things like, you can enable a planning note. A planner can leave a note on the values that he maintains or changes. We have seen that how fixing can be done, like the planner fixes a value, but if key figure, so that the system shouldn't change it. So and all that, like we have seen, all that. And every time we do a change, we make the planning area inactive. We have to activate it back. If we write anything wrong, system would throw an error. Sometimes the system is generous enough to, give you more light. It throws more light on the error. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes, we have to connect the dots and, you know uh, identify the right error and fix it and activate it back. We have also seen that a system could be, a planning area could be active, let's say with 500 key figures and some 20-30 master datas and etc. And you create another 5 key figures. Now the system would have 555 key figures. The system would become inactive, and then you try to activate it, system is throwing error. You try to fix it, but still the 555 key figures planning area is giving still errors, so you don't know how to fix it. So you can revert back the active instance of the planning area. So now the system would, do a revert, and then it goes to its previous active instance. In the previous active instance, if it has 500 key figures, it reverts back to 500 key figures, and all those new changes that you do will be, will be taken out of that planning area, so that you can preserve your active instance of the planning area. And same goes with the key figures also. There is this existing key figure, you want to write another expression onto it, other calculation expression onto it, and then it becomes inactive and it is throwing error. You can, again activate it back. You can again bring it to its active instance. And yeah, we have seen planning levels, how to create a planning level. And then we have seen that entire flow of, uh, like a planning level is what is being assigned to a key figure. Seen all that, we create a planning level and we assign this planning level to multiple key figures, etc. So there is this requirement that a key figure has all, it also has to be reported at a particular, attribute.
Okay,
So
thing or just
no, I'm not sharing, just, I'm kind of, repeating what we have done, kind of summarizing. So so yeah, so what I'm saying, yeah, so let's say we have seen that in our initial days. So let's say if there is a requirement came in that, based on the priority of the maintenance job, the planners wants to do some analytics and etc. So if that is a requirement, then how the attribute has to be created and where all it has to be mapped, and in what planning level it has to be assigned and etc. So we have, seen all that also. Everything is available in the videos. So we have also touched, spent some time on the time profiles, mm, how we define various levels in our time profile, like a day, a week, and month, and quarter, and year. We can also add the levels that we want. And we have also seen that how we can have this concept of, work days, kind of a thing. From my experience, what I've seen, that a week can have, like, a week will have 7 days calendar week, but the working days could be like, or maybe business working days, or maybe sales days, or you interpret it the way you want. So yeah, if there are specific days, like, in a particular week there are only 5 days that they work. In other week, because of, like, let's say New Year Eve, they work only 2 days in that week. Another week they work all 7 days, something like that. So and then they want to use that weeks, that number of working days in the key figure calculation. configurations. Like let's say the forecast says that this week the forecast is 7,000 units or 10,000 or 10,000. The forecast for a week is 10,000, but the working days are just 5. So now you want to do another calculation that average daily forecast, so that you want like 10,000 divided by 5. Next week it is just 2 days working, and you want to divide that 10,000 divided by 2, etc., etc. So this can also be achieved through the planning time profile. We have talked about it. So yeah, so we have spent a lot of time on the configuration side of the IBP system, and sure, yeah, we started last session. We started the demand planning process. So now we will go module by module. Let me share my screen. Let me know when you guys can see my screen. And who's caller 2? I hope you guys can see my screen, right?
Hey Venki, Amol here.
Hey Amol, hey, hi man, long time.
Right. Yep, sorry.
Sure. So yeah, so we started with the demand planning, module. So now we're done with the configuration. So now we'll be covering the modules that are available in the IBV system. So control tower we have seen, that is the first module that we have. That's the thing we started our entire training with. All the charts and dashboards and alerts, web-based alerts, and how a planner can create alert on the fly based on the existing key figure data, and how he can subscribe to an alert, how he can work on an alert, etc. So the control tower thing is like done, like in the beginning. So demand planning, once it is done, we'll go to the supply planning. Once this is done, we'll go to the inventory planning, and then sales and operations. Fifth module is the control tower, that is done. So now inside the demand planning, first we have seen the statistical forecasting. So today we'll see the ABC and XYZ segmentation. Then we'll see the new product introduction. Then we'll see the life cycle planning. And then we'll see the data realignment. So these are the things that we cover in the demand planning. And yeah, when then supply planning, so we'll talk about it, like what all we're going to cover in the supply planning, all optimizer, heuristics, and all different things. Okay. So now we'll start with the ABC and XYZ segmentation. So this is part of the demand planning module. So basically this ABC and XYZ segmentation is a method of grouping the planning objects based on the values of a selected key figure. So it groups your planning objects. So it could be your customer product, or it could be just the product, or it is a customer product and location. So remember, there is a customer source of supply where we say that a particular product will be shipped from this location, from this DC to this customer, etc. That combination that is maintained in the standard master data called customer source. So based on those three, the planning key objects, that is a product, location, and customer. So you can also group your entire data, and then you can come up with the ABC segments. So okay, let's see like how we going to achieve it. So let's say there is this let's say we have 10 products. let's say there is a key figure, like let's say there is revenue, and this is revenue. This is the revenue that we have. And how system now system would label what is segment A, what is segment B, what is segment C out of all these 10 products. So I think you guys are aware of the ABC, like how it works, but anyways, I'm just repeating it. So
Hey,
so
Venkat,
there are
a
different.
quick question.
Mhm. Yes, boss.
Like in demand planning, in APO, demand planning works on CVCs. So is there a concept of CVCs here, or?
Not exactly a CVC, but we can say planning level will be like as close. I mean, it would be close to the concept of CVCs. A planning level.
Okay,
Yeah, you remember
got it.
the planning level
Thanks.
is a combination of all the
Yeah,
master data. So, yeah.
correct. Thanks.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, 10 products are there. Every product has some revenue stored in a particular revenue key figure, or it could be a demand key figure, consensus demand. So these are the different demands that I have. Or it could be like anything. It could be the sales. Sales history, and then you have values for all 10 SKUs. Now you want to kind of a segment your SKUs for your maintenance, for your effective planning. So now what system does is system takes the total. So this is the total of all the 10 products revenue or forecast or sales history, like whatever. So now it sees that what is the contribution factor of every SKU to this total. So product 10 is contributing 43%, product 6 is contributing 16%, product 9 is contributing 12%, etc. So now it also system in the backend system, these are all backend stuff. Like this is what happens in the backend. This is a backend system does the cumulative thing, so that it matches up to 500. So now based on the thresholds that we maintain, if we maintain a threshold that till 70%, whatever products have contributed to my 70% of my revenue, or 70% of my forecast, or 70% of my sales, I want to label them as class A. Next 70 to 92 or 90, whatever, 97 is class B, and then class C. The thresholds we can maintain it. The planner can create the thresholds that he wants, but finally this is what happens. So you have some data, key figure data, and based on that data you want to segment your products or segment your customer products. For example, like product 10 is sold to Amazon, is also sold to some eBay, and then it is also being sold to the Target stores, etc. So now you actually want to go in detail, you want to go into the customer product combination. So now you wanted to have more in-depth segmentation, that what all customer products are the class A, so like highest contributing combinations, etc. So this is what system does in the backend. So same as with XYZ also, same as, it takes a key figure, it segments it based on the contribution of every unique planning object, then it gives you the class A, B, C. For XYZ it is XYZ. So yeah, now I think the theory would make more sense to you guys. So ABC XYZ segmentation is a method of grouping planning objects based on the values of a selected key figure. What key figure it has to be? It can be any key figure. So that is the flexibility that we have in the entire demand planning process. If you guys remember, for the statistical forecasting, we can pick up any key figure as an input and any key figure as an output. Right, and we can also create custom key figures, and we can assign them as an input to a forecasting algorithm and as an output to the forecasting algorithm. So there is no hard and fast rule. But if we move on to the supply planning side and inventory optimization side, so we have to live with few key figures. So that is a standard key figure that goes inside that algorithm, and the algorithm stays in the backend. We cannot actually tweak the algorithm optimizer engine, like whatever that patented algorithm the SAP has. So we have to live with those inputs, the standard inputs and standard outputs. So whatever we want to tweak or whatever we wanted to, send as an input to the algorithm, it has to be done in a different way. So that we'll see when supply planning, inventory planning comes in. But for the demand planning purposes, you can create any key figure that you want. And also the ABC XYZ segmentation, you can do your segmentation based on any key figure that you have. So yeah, ABC segmentation, you can, it's up to the way that you interpret it. It's not a, again, I'm saying, so this is what SAP says, standard SAP, but you can interpret it the way that you want. So ABC segmentation, usually when you segment it, what you're doing, in a way you're prioritizing, right? You are prioritizing your planning objects. Class A will have the highest priority. Class C, not a priority, I mean not a highest priority. So they are there in your portfolio, and then they have their own contribution thing. Some products would be a strategic thing. You just have to be, you just have to keep them in your portfolio. So that's a necessary thing to this thing. So yeah. So like, I mean, example I could think of on this particular thing is, let's say you are running a restaurant. Mm, just saying, maybe based on the area that you're serving in, uh, you have to keep the vegetarian stuff, or like, let's say vegetarian snack in your portfolio, in your menu. The vegetarian contribution is very low to your sale, but it's kind of a mandate. It's a kind of a strategic thing that you have to keep in your menu. Like, why? An example could be, let's say that they're like, let's say the people are coming in bunch. When they're coming in groups, there would be a few people who are vegetarians and who only opt for vegetarians. But if you label yourself as a complete non-vegetarian restaurant, so because of that particular person, the entire group might not visit your restaurant. So you have to project yourself that I have everything in my in my menu. I serve everything, so that everyone will comes in. But ultimately, the contribution of the vegetarian snack items in your menu is very, very low, but it's a strategic thing. It has to be there. It has its place. But your highest contributing things in your menu are like the non-vegetarian snacks, or maybe the food items, or something else, like maybe the desserts and etc. There has to be few things that has to be kept in your menu, so that it caters to everyone. So just like that, the businesses also maintain a wide variety of SKUs in their portfolio, so that they can play effectively in the market. So yeah, some MBA thing that I have learned from my yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, ABC segmentation, you can categorize the combinations of products and customers based on the revenue key figure, or maybe you can categorize the combinations of product and locations based on the shipment key figure. Right? So that you will know that what products are getting shipped frequently. So you can segment it, and then you can do some analysis on it. Uh, like, what analysis I can do based on my shipment. So take a region like Northeast region, or Southwest region, and you see that what products are getting moved very frequently, what products are getting contributing highest to this thing. So you can identify it like ABC, that A is the product that is getting heavily moved. The logistics activity is very high on this on this product A, maybe because of volatile demand, maybe because of um, shortage, supply shortage. It could be anything, right? So but a particular product is getting heavily shipped, heavily moved in inside this planning, inside this my sub network, northeast region, because I can see the values of the shipment key figure very high. So you have that, you segmented it. Then now what you will do, now what I'll do, I'll look into my class A, and then I'll maintain higher safety stocks for that product A, right? I will do my inventory planning more effectively for this class A products because the class A products are moving so frequently inside this subnetwork on this particular horizon. So that I you know what I'm saying. So I'm just giving you kind of hints that how you can interpret these results of class A, class B, class C, and once the segmentation is done, so you can plan more effectively, etc. Yeah, so XYZ segmentation again, SAP is saying that you can classify your planning objects based on the demand volatility. For example, you want to categorize the combinations of product and locations based on the confirmed quantity key figure. The confirmed quantity is like sales order confirmation, or a forecast error measure such as MAP. So yeah, it's up to the business need. Accordingly, we can use this and pick up the right key figure and set the right thresholds, come up with the right classification of A and B and C or X, Y, and Z. So usually, like, this is what SAP says, that if you can segment both horizontally and vertically your entire product portfolio, let's just say that A, B, C are on the y-axis, they signify the importance or the prioritization based on revenue key figure. Let's just say the horizontal, like the x-axis, is representing XYZ, and which is based on the forecast errors like MAPI and etc. So now this is what this is how you can completely segment your entire product portfolio. Let's say this BY, the BY segment is saying that there could be BY segment, like if you filter around, like let's say there are 10 SKUs, there is X, there is Y. Okay, sorry, don't go with this XYZ. This XYZ already there. So let's say there's a SKU1, there's SKU2, SKU3, SKU4, SKU5, SKU6, SKU7, something like that. And then there is a revenue, and then you segmented that SKU1 is C, SKU2 is C, SKU3 is A, SKU4 is A, this is B, this is B, and then this is B. Again, you get the volatility X, 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 and this is Y, this is Y, this is Z, and this is Z. So this is how the system would populate ABC attribute in the product master data, XYZ in XYZ attributes in your, again, product master data. Now if you see the BY, or maybe let's say the BA, not sorry, I mean to say, like, there is no AZ. Let's say this segment, AX segment, there's only one SKU, SKU3, and that segment is signifying that it is of high volume and a constant demand. Why constant demand? Because the forecast error is like very, very less. If you take this segment, that is CZ, this is low volume, and this is very random or sporadic demand. CZ, very CZ. Okay, there is no CZ. Let's say there's a SKU8, and this belongs to ABC category of C, and then XYZ. So this SKU is of low volume, and the demand is also very random and sporadic. So yeah, this is how you can interpret your complete segmentation A, B, and C. Right. So now let's see what is the usage. So as we already talked, that you can assign more appropriate forecast models to planning objects. Right. I mean, you can come up with the right forecasting algorithms, like triple exponential, or which one is the most fitted algorithm to it. Is it the regression model or exponential model, etc. So you can assign a particular model to a particular planning object. So we talked about this, right? So you can create multiple forecasting algorithms, and you can assign a particular algorithm to a particular planning object. So this brand X will run the linear regression because the brand X is, the demand is like very seasonal. let's say. So let's just say, like, let's say your laptop, let's say you're into business, and then you have your laptop appliances. So whenever the academic season starts, whenever all the schools and colleges and everything get started, so your sale in your laptops gets so high. Again, in the year end, or in the year end, again your sales go high. So if there is a seasonality to your particular brand X, now you will assign a forecasting algorithm that is sensitive to the seasonality. Let's say there is another brand which is like mobile phones, and you have wide range of mobile phones, and then they have a very stable demand, and then it has a different kind of sales history patterns to it, and now you assign a different kind of statistical forecasting algorithm to it. And that way you can have multiple algorithms, and then you can assign algorithms to multiple planning objects. So ABC and XYZ could be a parameter based on which you can also create multiple forecasting algorithms, assign linear regression to the class B products, and etc. Next is you can identify inventory items that require closer attention. As we talked, that class A,
But
your
Venkat,
mhm.
just quick
Yes,
question, Venkat.
sure,
So
sir.
we
Yes.
can, yeah, the other way, we can do is, we can create a custom master data as well, right? Like segmentation. I mean, just trying to understand, I mean, how it is different. I mean, how this ABC segmentation is different than this one. Then, so we can create a custom master data with the ABC segmentation, and then we can assign this custom master data to each of the SKUs. I mean, if the A SKU is falling into X, then we will assign this X to A, and then we can forecast all the SKUs belonging to uh, X segmentation, right? That way also we can do. I mean, the segmentation part, right? Then how is it
Yeah, but
different?
the difference is, like, the system is coming up with this A's and B's and C's. So in your approach that you're saying, you have to create, you have to manually have to extend that this SKU belongs to class A, this SKU belongs to class B, and etc. Now
Correct. Yeah.
with this thing, the system can do right. Now you can again say that I can also write a key figure calculation logic to it, but you cannot write this kind of a robust calculation logic, because you will have independent values, and system is doing the total summation, and it is doing the individual contribution, and then it is doing a cumulative, and then based on the thresholds that you set, it is labeling all your SKUs based on A, B, and B and C. This is standard functionality, and SAP has already created a standard attribute called ABCID, and it has been a part of the product master data as per standard. But as you said, yes, we can create a custom master data, and then we can extend the products to it, and then we can do it. So yeah, that's the thing with IBP. We can customize it. As I told, that we have created a master data for HR resources also, and then we did some HR planning based on the tactical capacity plan, the supply planning results, whatever it gives. So we see the plant capacity, and then we try to map it, the plant capacity to the human resources, and how many plant managers I need, how much of a technicians that I need, and etc., etc. So not a robust thing, not a robust as success factors kind of a thing. That's there is a dedicated HR tool there, but from supply planners, if they want to have some kind of a directional thing, that they want to see the impact of my supply planning runs on the entire human resources. So the thing is that, let's say the utilizations are going very very high, and if the utilizations are going very very high, and the strategic decision is that, what if I come up with a new production location, and if the production location has this much of capacity, so the planner goes and maintains those two inputs. Now system, based on the backend master data and mapping, system would give you that, okay, to run a facility, a production facility of this capacity, of this scale, you need these many resources to run it, and etc., and etc. So and stuff. So yeah, I'm just expanding on the thought of coming up with custom master datas and assigning them to the products, etc. Yes, we can do that, but this is more a cleaner approach of using the standard existing functionality of ABC XYZ segmentation. So
Okay.
yeah, so sure, thanks. Yeah, the second usage is like I can identify the better inventory items and that requires closer attention, and then you can create alerts on a particular segment only. So let's you remember the segments, the alerts that we created when my forecast variance is greater than this, or if my sales is less than this, etc. So instead of getting bombarded with all the alerts on all your SKUs, you can just apply a filter and say that, okay, now show me the alert only for the class A, because they are the highest priority. Class B and C, ignore. I don't care, even if the forecast variance is this much, and even if the safety stock is less than the targets, etc., etc. So yeah, so you can effectively manage your planning data based on these ABC or XYZ segment. And you can also view alerts, you can also view analytic charts with regard to specific segments also. So that is a use of this thing. So yeah, how the segmentation happens, the mathematics behind the segmentation, we have just seen here the mathematics already. But the, the usual thing is the Pareto analysis. So 80-20 rule. That means 80% of the effects come from the 20% of the causes, right? I mean, this, I think this holds true for, this is kind of a natural selection, I would say. Like, this is what is true in every case, right? That's a greatness of the Pareto principle. um yeah, I mean, like, even if we just look into ourselves, so we might become fat, we might become lazy, we might be not be doing this and this. And if those are the effects, and 80% of those effects would be coming from the 20% of the causes, that is maybe not sleeping early, or maybe having a heavy late night dinners, etc. So so those small things contribute a lot to, and the 20% of the things that we do will have 80% of the impacts that we have. So yeah, the Pareto principle is a great one. So every MBA guy has to champion this Pareto principle. Same goes with this, the 80-20 rule. So if you have seen here, it says that threshold is 70% here, but yeah, I mean, it just says that 70% of my the entire revenue is coming from only from 3 SKUs, and rest all 7 SKUs is giving me the rest 20% of this thing, so etc. The goal is to rank products or the planning objects in order to identify that those contribute the most and the least to the overall value of the segmentation measure. For example, revenue. So therefore, all items are assigned to A, B, C segments in the descending order of their relative importance. So yeah, so now we'll get into the system, and then we'll run the ABC segmentation, and then we'll see. I hope you guys can see my screen. Now, first, what I'm doing, first I'll go to the planning area called test conf 2. Remember, that is our planning area where we are doing all our planning activity. Let me also log in from here. Getting inside the planning area, test configuration 2. The menu ribbon got activated. All the options are coming in. This is the view for the viewing the master data. I am viewing the master data called product, and I'm viewing in the base version. Oh, we just have 2 SKUs. That's it. SKU X1, X2. Okay. Then let's create more SKUs. In edit mode now. You see this ABC code, ABC description, ABC logged. These are the attributes where we'll populate the classes. And let me go to the base unit of measure. Let's maintain this base unit of measure. Then you see the XYZ description, XYZ code. This is where the XYZ comes in. So I'm saving it. Total records changed 8, number of change records 8, number of rejected 0. Would you like to download the master data change report? Do not download the report. I am okay with it. Okay, so I think if you guys remember, just kind of repeating it again. So this is the tab where you maintain your master data. You can open multiple sheets and you can view multiple master data here. So let me maintain the UOM conversion factor also here. You see, I'm maintaining a new product that is called SKU11. Now you will see the system throws an error SKU11 because the system didn't find a product called SKU X11. Save it. See, number of records changed are 9. Total number of records are 9 and changed are 8. Rejected is 1. If I download the full report, it gives me the log that you see this one. Check that the matching value exists in the object PRD-ID. PRD-ID is a product ID. That's a name. It is saying that this SKU underscore X11 got rejected because there is no such thing as SKU X11. Now let's get into the so inside the same thing I can also go to the key figures. Click on this drop down. I'll go to the planning objects with key figure data. So let me go to the actuals. There's a key figure called actuals, which signifies that this is right now we are in the 28th week of 2019. I think I have already maintained some data for on this level, that is week, prod, location, customer. 35 key values have been mapped. Let me open this actuals quantity. Okay, there is some data. Sure. So so let's do one thing. Let's maintain some actuals in this key figure, and we'll use this key figure as a base to do our segmentation. Okay. So and we'll keep this very simple. I don't know how is the data maintained. So anyway, I'm giving an arbitrary value. So let's just see how the system would. Copying the same values till the end of horizon. So there's already some skew x1, x2 is already there. That's fine. I'm saving the data. Yeah, it is saved now. So now we'll go and create the ABC segmentation profile, and then we'll run the profile, and then we'll see the results. The results being the three classes: class A, class B, class C, across our 10 SKUs that we just have. So go to the demand planner here. In this catalog, there is this. Okay, not in this. So do Control F, ABC. Yeah, manage ABC XYZ segmentation rules. This is an app where you maintain all your segmentation profiles, just like the way for forecasting, all the profiles inside this system are listed. Now system will also display all the profiles that are there. I'm clicking on new, creating a new profile now. So this is a new segmentation profile. You see on the top there is a new segmentation profile. So this is a home, and then right now you are inside this app. Giving a name, test conf to right now, just do ABC segmentation. Now I'm picking up the planning area. So it has A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. Let's off the X, Y, Z segmentation. Let's just do only the ABC. ABC is on. What is the target attribute for segmentation results? So once the system does the segmentation based on the key figure that we are about to select, so in what attribute you want the results to be stored in. So let's say ABC ID. ABC ID. This is a description, ABC code. Attribute ID, technical name is ABC ID. The master data type that it belongs is a product master data, and then the key that is a key attribute. So yeah, I'm clicking on ABC code. That's fine. It is saying that it is being used for others. That's fine. It is automatically picking up the delivered quantity. Let's not use delivered, but use actuals. There is actuals quantity. Yeah, this is a key figure actuals quantity. I think that is what we maintained, I think, right? So yeah. So the base planning level is customer ID, location ID, product ID. The level is product ID. So now system does the aggregation and does the segmentation on that aggregated product level. You guys are getting? So this is where we have to select at what level the results has to come in. So if you want the results to be there at customer location product, so you have to give the calculation level as customer location product, and also, so then the system does the calculation at that level. Now you're saying the calculation level is just product ID, so system just aggregates the key figure data at product level and gives you the segments. So periodicity is weak, and the time scope is just the past, and saying 52 weeks. Future is 0. What are you saying that? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's keep 10 future. So you can see that your time profile is having minus 52 weeks. Ouch. Yeah, your time profile is having your term profile is having minus 52 weeks, and then 52 weeks in the future. Oh no, come on. Yeah. So the highlighted section is where that is a selection that it happens. So it is looking for the past 28 weeks and also looks 26 weeks in the future. Let's maintain some data in the future periods also. We don't have any data for the future periods. Segmentation method is by Pareto principle. Um Target unit of measure is eaches, and this is a segmentation. 70%, 20%, and 10%. And save it. There are other futures also. That is fine. This is saved. Now let me open the key figure data. Set a week product location customer. Hmm. Okay, we got the data, we got the profile. Now let's just run and verify. Let me open a template so that we can view the data. So we have some data here. Let's go and verify whether the data is there. Let's say in months from October till 19. Don't even want to see all, just want to see only the product's actual quantity. Is there any filter maintained? No filter, great. Click on OK. Coming only for SKU X1, maybe it's because of the conversion factor. So let's change cases to eaches, because you remember we maintain eaches for only eaches for those other SKUs. Okay, 10 SKUs, and this is the data. Clearly we can see that SKU X2 is contributing almost the actual quantity in 70,000, since SKU X4 is in 20,000, and SKU X7 is 22,000, followed by SKU X1 in 8,000, and yeah, we can see that there is a clear cut distinction between these SKUs on this key figure called actual quantity, that how much has been actually shipped from a particular location to a particular customer. So now we have to run the profile. From web UI you can run the profile, from the Excel UI you can run the profile, you can also schedule it as a job, but right now we'll just do it on the fly. Under the advanced, click on run. The ABC segmentation is not coming in. Let's disconnect, because we just created the profile, so it has to come in here. Click on login, configuration to log on. It is still not coming in. It is just showing you copy and disaggregate key figure, copy operator, forecaster, inventory optimization, redo snapshot, SNOP operator, statistical forecasting. So let's run it from the front end. Go into the application job app where you can run your application jobs. Or let's also talk about this. I wanted to actually cover it in the end, but anyway, right now, we can just see that. So now let me create a job template. Application job template. Create. There's this create button here. The template name is testconf2 abc. This is not a shared template, and this template name is testconf2 abc. Maintain steps and add. Just want to add only the abc XYZ segmentation. ABC save job template, or you can say, let's say this is ABC template for testconf2. It has only one step in it, that is ABC XYZ segmentation. The operator type is segmentation. Planning area is testconf2. What version? Let's run it on base version, or let's leave all this. Pick up the profile ID. There are two profiles that are already been created. One is a testconf2 ABC segmentation. So this is what we have created, and you can do a check. You need to specify at least one version. That is fine. It is saying that give a version. I'm saving it. I'm not giving any. So yeah, my template has been saved. Now I can I can share this template, so if anyone can use this template, and then they can run this application job template, and the system would execute all the steps that are configured inside this template. So I can also have multiple steps. I can first run ABC and then run a copy operator, and then run the statistical forecasting, and then take a snapshot of it. So I can run 4 steps inside this job template, and then I can run this template. And if you guys can connect the dots, it is more like a process chain that I'm configuring in. So yeah, let's talk about it in detail, like in the end. So this is where you create your job templates, and you can map all your jobs or operators that you have created, and then you can run them. So I just saved it. Now come here. Now this template has to be, let me disconnect and connect back, so that that would be appearing there. But I'm not sure like why the ABC is not coming in the advanced. It should be coming in. So let me look into that. Is there a setting that I have to do? Can't think of any, but anyway, log back, click on run. You see there is application job template that is coming in. So if I click on this, it will list me all the templates that are there. For now, there is only one template that is called ABC template. So I can create another template also, template for copy operators. So I can have 5 operators that has to run in sequence. That first you copy X to Y, and then Y to Z, and Z to something else, and etc. And then you can create a template there, and then you can run them in from here. This is ABC segmentation. Click on next. This is the stuff like what is the reason why you're running it, the comment, share it with the jam group, etc. Run it. This is scheduled for running. Check the status. This is in process. Should just be taking less than a minute. Surprisingly, it is taking a lot of time. Not sure why. Yeah, it's finished. So click on this finished. It will open up the log. It is saying that this template has been started and execution began, and it started with SGM. Segmentation started for planning area. Target attribute is ABC code. Master data type is a CO2 product. So this is what this the product name, and measure is actual quantity, and then it has seen and finally it is done. So now close this. If I open the product master data, so you see here the ABC codes are coming in. So it gave, let's filter on AB. Oh, there are just A and C. There is no B, surprisingly. Yeah, SKU X2, X4, X7 are the class A. SKU X2 is this 72,000. SKU X4 is this 20,000, and SKU X1 is this 20,000. So these are, I think these three SKUs are contributing to the contributing 70% of the actual quantity is getting contributed by these three SKUs. That's why they are coming as ABC SKUs. So, and then the rest are all the C's. So if I tweak the data, we can also get the class type of B. So right, so now you can use the ABC code in as a planning level also, you see. So let's say there is the ABC code. Okay, let's do move attribute to first place. Oh, you see the ABC code A, 3 SKUs, they're coming in this, and SKU C is coming like this. So this is this is with this, you can also use ABC codes as a filter on this planning view, and then just view only the class A related products in here, and also something like that. So here I'll say, let me just open up. So this is statistical forecast, huh? This is statistical forecast quantity, which is output of the forecasting algorithm run. So here I'll come back here and I'll say this is ABC code. So there are only two, A and C. I'll just apply A here and then click on OK. Because of the I think the conversion factor, because there is no, right now I defaulted it to cases. Let me keep it in eaches. Okay, there is no forecast for this SKU X2, X4, X1 because I didn't ran. I mean, I ran the forecasting only for SKU X1 and other products, so that's why there is no forecast coming in. But the point here is that you can use the ABC codes as the filter criteria, and then you can view only those class A related SKUs forecast in here, and then you can prioritize your forecast adjustments or finalizing your forecast on that. So this is how you achieve the classification. Same goes with the XYZ also. So that's it about this, guys. Just a quick recap. What is the approach that we have to do? First is identify identify the requirement, like why you want to do the segmentation ABC. Is it because of, is it to, to tighten your inventory levels, work on your inventory targets, and be more cautious about a particular set of products, etc., etc.? Or is it more to, segment based on your revenue, or etc., etc.? So first the requirement is done, and then identify uh, the key figure base for segmentation. We have taken the actual quantity as a key figure, and based on the data we have segmented, and then identify the attribute. This is where the final results would come in, and then create the profile. So here you give you specify the planning area name, and then you specify the thresholds, then you specify the input key figures and the attribute, etc. Then finally run the profile, and then verify the results in the master data attribute. That's been selected in the profile. So you have the segments, then use these segments for for reporting, or for filtering, or for other purposes. Okay, so this is about the segmentation, guys, and tomorrow we'll, any doubts, tomorrow we'll start with the new product introduction. So I'll introduce a new product. So till now we have how many SKUs? X10, right? Let's create something called SKU X11, and that's a new product that we introduce into our portfolio, but there will not be any actual quantity for it. There is no history, but how we can generate a forecast for the SKU X11 also, and so we'll see that tomorrow. Any doubts, anything? Tomorrow we can catch up, and please shoot me any new questions if you guys have them. Okay, thanks guys, we'll catch up tomorrow the same time. Hey, you guys are there? Deepak, Abhinav, Amal? Hey, hello, Deepak, Abhinav.
Yes, Venkat.
Okay. I don't know. You guys are not responding. Maybe this is a boring session. Whatever. Yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll catch up tomorrow.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks.